And don't forget our SuperTalk Mississippi news team. They are covering your Mississippi stories, and they're doing so well at it. Stay up to date. Sign up for their free weekly newsletter over at supertalk.fm/newsletter. It's Monday here on Good Things, so we got Caleb Sailors in the house to tell us some good headlines that you can find over at supertalk.fm. So welcome back, Caleb.
What's up, Rebecca? Yeah, we do have good headlines, but I do want to emphasize one thing you said earlier. It's the best resource you can get for news is our newsletter, which is free.
Mm-hmm.
You know, right now
that's a good thing,
right? Because we're all doing Christmas shopping, and my wallet has been depleted doing Christmas shopping. And it's nice that if I wanted to get the news to stay updated, I could do it for the wonderful price of free.
How often do y'all send out a newsletter?
We send out every Friday, and then if we have like a big breaking story, we'll send out a news break too, so you can. So
you're not loading down their inbox every day.
No,
so it's just the wrap up of the week.
It's not like you signed up, like you're applying for something or signing up for some sort of like membership, and then next thing you know, you look at your computer and you're having to move everything spam. No, we try to be appropriate with our emails and send them thoroughly and efficiently, but in a timely manner where people aren't getting overloaded with the sea of messages in their inbox.
So they go to supertalk.fm and it pops up right there for you to sign up for the newsletter.
Put in there and it's free, and you're signed up, and you'll see on Friday, you'll see a weekly recap of some of the top stories we write about. And a lot of them are our lifestyle stories. And Rebecca, a really cool thing going on down on the Mississippi Gulf Coast. We've written about this pretty extensively. Actually broke the story that this was going to be happening at our friends at Mississippi Aquarium decided to do things a little differently this year, and they got in touch with people that were behind the projection mapping shows at Disney. You've seen Epcot has been lit up with like Mike Wazowski's face on the entire orb. Really cool, right? Well, they're like, why don't we bring this to the Gulf Coast? Bring this to Gulfport, and they did. And so now there is a nightly projection mapping show. It's like a life of a penguin. So what they're trying to do at the aquarium is build this habitat for 11 African penguins. They're trying to expand, which would be really cool to have some penguins down on the coast, and to raise money, they're doing this mapping show. And then I went on Saturday over the weekend. Ole Miss and Southern Miss played a basketball game against one another. Wasn't good for your alma, Rebecca.
I was say that's not a good thing. Let's skip over that.
Wasn't a good thing for your alma. But afterward, my significant other and I were like, look, we're down on the coast. Why not? Let's go down. Let's find something fun to do. And we did. And the show was really cool. They had it on their main building, their Aquatic Wonders building. I think that's what it's called. And you look and you're standing outside looking at this screen on the building, and it's showing the show, the Penguin Show. But outside of that, you get to walk around the facility. You kind of get to see the aquarium at night. You got to go see the dolphins and the alligators and the sharks. We got to pet the stingrays and do everything. And it was pretty cost efficient. It was a lot cheaper than a regular day of going to the aquarium. But on top of that, when you get done with the aquarium or vice versa, you can go. There's a walkway, a pedestrian walkway that takes you right across the highway, and right across the street into the harbor is the Harbor Lights display, which is immaculate. You have lit up presentations of like the seafood aquatic life on the coast to big Christmas trees that change lights and patterns with the music. They had pictures with Santa Claus. They had a little train riding around, hot chocolate coffee, that coffee vendor. I don't know who that is, or what they were putting in that coffee, but everybody was walking around with one of those coffee cups. But really, really, it just blew my mind at how wonderfully organized it was, how amazing it was. And at this time of year, I'm always wanting to get in the Christmas spirit. And I looked at Tori, my significant other, and I was like, I feel like I'm in, like, this is the Christmas spirit embodied. They even had nativity scenes, too. And, I mean, just wonderful display. If you're ever on the Gulf Coast or planning a trip down that way this time of year, I highly recommend it. That is one of the best things going on in our state right now this time of year. It was incredible.
And nice to know that you could pair the two with the aquarium and that, make a full sort of little trip out of it.
It was good to see officials come together and make that a reality, because you don't have, because people are already spending we talked about this earlier, people are spending so much money on gifts this year, and this is a more affordable way to do two really cool things. And I don't think I've ever seen this many children in one place at one time, too. But one thing I saw was everybody was happy. Everybody was having a good time.
Something in the coffee.
Definitely something in that coffee and the hot chocolate the kids were drinking. But no, the kids were all like amazed at obviously the fish and the lizards and the frogs, and then across the street the lights. It's just wow. It was a lot. It was amazing. And Another cool story we've been tracking, Rebecca. Last week, officials with the Mississippi Department of Wildlife, Fisheries, and Parks announced that they had found the largest ever black bear since the state instituted its black bear program, and that was in 2002. So, 22 years? 22 years since we've had the 510-pound black bear. They call him M18. So, funny thing is, they had actually caught this bear. What they do is they catch the bears. They're not killing them. They'll catch them and they'll collar them. And so they put these collars around the bears so they can track their migrational patterns. And, we had a bad crossroads in Mississippi a little over 20 years ago where this population was going extinct. We had, I think, 50 total in the state now. Now they're saying we have more than 150, which is good that they're repopulating. But this one was about 360-ish pounds, I believe, when they caught it the first time around a couple of years ago. And it's just blown up, 510 pounds.
I want to know how they weigh. Because they have to do it in the wild. I mean, they're not taking him into the vets,
That's
right?
Actually, a very good question.
I almost wonder if the truck's like a weighted whatever, and they throw his big old tail over there, over.
I need to reach out.
And then who picks that up? You know what? We need to get them on good things.
Well, and we have a good relationship with all the various coordinators too at the Wildlife, Fisheries, and Parks Department. So we should definitely
and
get
when
the
he was
black bear
asleep,
coordinator
did someone give him a hug? Because that would be me.
or are we letting him? Or is Charmin going to do live action bear commercials now? If they do, we got one. We got a program in Mississippi, but it just massive finding though in the state, 510 pounds, and that's the biggest one we've seen. But who knows? Is that the biggest bear roaming around Mississippi? Is that
where was he found?
In Sharkey County, so just north of Vicksburg.
I gotcha. Okay, so y'all be watching out. Don't leave your trash out.
Do not leave your trash out. Well, which is ironic, Rebecca, because just a few months ago, officials in Vicksburg were, it may have been the same bear, I don't know, but in downtown Vicksburg, on one of their main downtown streets, there was a bear just roaming around, and the police department was like, hey, y'all, if you're in this area, don't leave your house, don't leave your apartment, don't leave your business, just hang tight for right now. We're trying to get wildlife experts on the scene to figure out how we're going to handle this. Because, again, what do you do in that situation? How do you...
You would think something's in your drink if you look outside.
You just look outside and you see a bear. That's
not something we normally see here
especially in Vicksburg, in the middle of the city. Now, if you're out in the Delta, whatever, that's one thing, or in northeast Mississippi close to Arkansas, that makes a lot of sense. But you're in Vicksburg by the river, and you're just like, I don't think that's supposed to be there. But M18, that's the name of this bear, and obviously... all the information there can be found at SuperTalk.fm and in our lifestyle section.
So what else we got? I know we were 4 days from Topgolf.
Oh, that is, I had that on my list, and I was just blew my mind. But we went, JT Mitchell and I, my news director, we went last Tuesday, and we got
no, y'all didn't get a free.
We got a facility tour. They were doing a media walkthrough, and we got to go. And Rebecca, from firsthand experience, and they did let us hit a couple of golf balls too.
Of course they did.
And I will have to admit this on air. JT had the best shot.
I was just going to say, who had the better shot? You or JT?
No,
okay.
JT had the best shot of everybody that was there. I had to give him. He had probably the worst shot, but then he had the best shot too. So I have to give him credit where it's due. But the place is immaculate. Obviously, it's brand new, so it's clean, it's nice. They were training their staff too, and it looks like it's very well organized, well structured. And I opens Friday, y'all. If you haven't already booked a reservation or booked a bay, you ain't gonna get one this weekend. Even the head chief of operations there was telling us that it's gonna be hard to get one. You might, if you can find one, Godspeed, but it's going to be hard to get a bay this weekend. But they are opening up on Friday. And then on top of the traditional Topgolf style where it's kind of like a driving range, they do have a mini golf course. And it's the only one of its kind that they have. It's a really neat design, and we've got pictures of it on our website, so supertalk.fm again. And when we went, though, we got to see they have it's not just a place where you can go hit and drive the ball, but they have event spaces. So if you're wanting to hold an office Christmas party or wanting to have, a birthday party, plenty of event spaces. They've got a huge restaurant and bar area where, if you're not really into golf or not really wanting to swing, you can go down there, get you something to eat, something to drink, and there's a myriad of TVs, and so you can watch sports or watch anything they have on. I'm not going to lie, the facility just blew my mind.
It's
amazing.
Definitely a good thing. Lots of folks are going to come around for it. I know a lot of people are on pins and needles about the big announcement that's supposed to come up today from the governor. Y'all got your eye on that?
Well, it's already done. Yeah, Stark Aerospace is creating 96 new jobs in Lowndes County in the Golden Triangle, so in Columbus. This will be... Let me give you the specific details, but there was a contract they got with the Navy, $61 million that's going into this. All the details are on SuperTalk.fm. Yep.
Definitely a good thing. I knew you guys would be on it. I just hadn't been to my computer yet today to see if if the announcement had been made. Well, Caleb, it's always wonderful having you in. And go to SuperTalk.fm to sign up for the newsletter, as well as hit that lifestyle button for some good headlines. But you guys stick with us. We got more.